Did you know some pumpkins remember the faces carved into them? Arthur Hale had been alone since the autumn when his wife, Margaret, passed away. The house they once filled with laughter had fallen silent. Dust collected where her books once lay open, and her favorite chair by the window sat untouched. The days moved forward, but Arthur's world had stopped. As October crept toward its end, the chill in the air carried memories of her laugh, her humming in the kitchen, her voice calling his name from the porch. He had packed away her things, tucked her clothes into boxes, sealed her photos in drawers. But grief, like a stubborn ghost, lingered in every shadow. On the morning before Halloween, Arthur went into town. The market was alive with color, children in costumes running between stalls, vendors calling out about candied apples and fresh pies. But Arthur moved through it all as if behind glass, quiet and distant. Then he saw it, a small stand piled high with pumpkins. Their orange skins gleamed under the setting sun, but one stood apart. It was slightly crooked, its surface rough and scarred, as if it had already lived a hard life. Something about it drew him in. He ran his hand across its cold, uneven skin. It felt almost alive. He bought it without a word and carried it home like something precious. That night, the house was quiet except for the low hum of the radio playing one of Margaret's old love songs. The pumpkin sat on the kitchen table, and beside it lay a carving knife, the same one they'd used every Halloween together. Arthur lit a small lamp, its light flickering against the walls, and began to carve. His hands moved with a strange calmness. The knife sliced through the pumpkin's flesh slowly, tenderly. He wasn't carving a monster this year, not a grin, not a frightful face. He was carving her, the same gentle smile, the same kind eyes he remembered seeing each morning beside him. As he worked, his tears fell onto the pumpkin skin. Each cut felt like a conversation with her, a wordless apology for letting her go. When the final stroke was done, he stepped back and stared. The face staring back at him was hers, Margaret's. He placed a candle inside and struck a match. The flame flickered to life, its soft orange glow filling the hollow. And in that light, the carved eyes seemed to shimmer, almost wet, almost human. The lips curved slightly upward, as though smiling back at him. Arthur stood there, frozen, his heart twisting painfully in his chest. "Hello, Margaret," he whispered. For a brief, impossible moment, it felt like she was there again, watching him, glowing through that tiny flicker of flame. The light danced, and in it, he thought he saw her breathe. He smiled through tears, the sound of the wind sighing gently through the window. "You always did light up the room," he said softly. The candle's flame trembled, and for a second, it seemed to pulse, like something inside the pumpkin was alive. That night, Arthur slept a little easier, but as the house settled into silence, the carved face on the porch watched the darkness with its glowing eyes, and somewhere between the flicker of flame and the whisper of wind, grief began to take shape.